G'day guys, how's it going? All right, this is a 2018 Africa Twin. It is the bog standard version, but I tell you what, by no means is this a standard motorcycle compared to my DR650. Righto, let's get into it. Rightio, first things first, this is not my new bike. This was loaned to me by Matt, a local bloke around here. Said I can have it for a few days and see what I think, because I'd mentioned about looking at getting an Africa Twin. So I've got Max the DR650. Love this bike. It does the gnarly stuff, it does the easy stuff, it does, for me, it does the long highways. Don't have a problem with that. What I can't do with this is throw Nay on the back and go and do a trip on it. I've got Harry. Let's have a look at Harry. Right, so there's Harry, clearly a cruiser. Now he has plenty of times, the guys that watch me off-road, even with Nay on the back, doing those outback bloody roads, it's just not designed to do that. And it's not that bloody comfortable for a passenger on the back there doing corrugations and dirt roads and all that kind of stuff. So, hence, the Africa Twin. Righto, so why the Africa Twin? Purely for me, it's the aesthetics of it. That is just one hell of a looking machine. I just love the look of it. Now, I like black, plain colors, but on this, that tricolour, that is just beautiful, bloody beautiful. Now, I am 6 foot tall, about 80 kilograms in weight. This seat is currently in the lowered position. I'm actually going to move it up to the high position. In that low, I can put flat feet. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. But what I want to do at the moment, I've got it up on the center stand. Let's just see how I get it off that. I don't know how to do that. Oh, that was bloody easy. Now let's see how I can manage just moving this bloody bike around. It's got a fair amount of weight in it, and there is a slight incline on this grassed area, so I can fairly well manhandle that bike. Put it on that side stand, no problem whatsoever. Compared to a DR650, that's a whole lot of bike, but for me, manageable. Righto, remember, 6 foot tall, straight over, and as you can see, I'm flat-footed, and I've even got a bit of a bend in my knee. Now, I'm a gangly bloody, got a big inseam, so if you've got a short inseam, it's going to be different, obviously. There you go. So now, weight-wise, so you get to a certain point, and then it's like, oh yeah. You know, it feels pretty good. I mean, it's a big, heavy bike. You know, there's no use bloody kidding about it. But I'm not thinking of doing gnarly stuff with this bike. Right, so Matt bought this secondhand. It only had a couple of thousand, bloody 2,500 Ks on it. I think it's only got just over 3,000 Ks on it now. Now, it has got a slip-on muffler. It's got the Alt-Rider back rack. It has the center stand added to it. It's got the Givi crash bars added to it. These are all the non-standard stuff. What's that? That is a Givi Trekker fender bash plate. He couldn't put the standard or the B&B because of this, the crash bars, the Givi. It wouldn't work with the Givi, so that's an add-on. Bark busters. There's this kind of little flappy thing in here that apparently is to help with the buffering. Matt seemed to think that there was no difference with having that on there. And he's running the Michelin Anarchy tyres. That's the rear and also on the front, so they're a match set. Righto guys, we're in the shed with it all bloody dark so we can see this screen really good on the camera. So there you go, pretty snazzy looking. Don't quote me on anything, but P stands for power, and you've got 1, 2 and 3. 1 is the most power. EB is your engine braking, and it's 1 to 3, and 3 is, you know, you get lots more engine braking. It's these two, and the traction, these two work the opposite way as to power, where the lowest number is more power, and then these, the higher the number, the more, you know, you get out of it. The traction goes from, and that's 1, 2, 3, and then the traction is 1 to 7, I believe, and 1 being the least amount of traction control on it. Cool, there's a whole lot of things that you can bloody do, but I'm not getting into that, so that's what it is. Cool. Rightio guys, so now all we've got to do is jump on the bike and bloody ride it and see how it goes in all the different scenarios that I can put it through. Righto, got to get my gear on. Let's do it. Boom, righto. I'll see you out at the proving ground. Rightio guys, so we are now at the proving grounds. It's just an old mining bloody spot, so let's jump on this bike and give it some slow manoeuvrings and up and over bloody bits and pieces. Starts up. I've found that the gear changes, no problems. Finding what do you call it, neutral, no worries at all. I feel super confident on this bike. Now, I did a review on a 2016, well, most probably 3 years ago. Darcy from the local motorbike shop here in town, Elliott Brothers, he let me use his for a day or so, and I loved it. It was bloody great. Hey. So you can definitely, I'm looking at this from the coming from a DR650, so you can feel the weight, but it's manageable. So I've got to be going a little bit slower, just so I can get more of that weight feel. So just practically purring. Then let's say I've got to do a sharp. I'm nearly going to put my foot down. Now I've got to be careful. I can't remember. They've been digging up here. Let me just. That's a decent. Yeah, bloody the fossicas have been digging around in there. So, let's go. We'll do these little bloody hoofty doovies. Now I'm just doing this extra slow because I want to feel that weight. Because that's when we all have the problem, is in the slow, gnarly stuff. I'll just itch around. No worries. Up and over. Cool bananas. I love the sound of that pipe that he's put on there. Alright, a bit squirrely there, but haven't put my foot down yet. I go to put it down and then I just hold it out for the balance. tell you what, this bike has got some poke in it. I took it for a ride yesterday. Yeah, just loved it. So for me, this doesn't feel like an overly heavy, lumpy bike, same as what the 2016 was like. I just got dog walker here, I better be careful. There you go, mate. Right, so we'll just come back up and over here. So I've just basically been in first gear. Up here, so I'd go faster normally on stuff like that, but I just want to get that feel. Righto, so what we're going to do now is head over to Big Sister Alley. I'll get a little bit bloody faster riding on it, and then I'll tell you where we're going next. Righto guys, so Big Sister Alley, so second gear now. Now I must say I'm having troubles with putting the gears up with my motorbike boots. Yesterday when I went out I was just in my regular bloody gear and had just me work boots, and it was fine. But yeah, just hooking my bloody foot on, I'd have to just make an adjustment on that gear. Well, obviously I'm not going to do that, it's not my bloody bike. So what are we on? Third gear. Man, it just goes. It wants to go. I just got to be careful. Along here there's some gullies and they get a bit rutted out. So obviously it's going to have just a street, down a second, the street, what do you call it, bloody pressure in it. They're not, down. Now this is not my bike, so I am going to stay well within my skill level. Ruddy ruts. I'm just so confident on this bike. No problem. We'll have a couple of bloody. We've got a rock garden coming up here. Third, down a second. You can just feel that back wheel just slide out. No worries at all. And I think the gears are pretty forgiving in the sense of duck out to the side. Yeah, if you're into a lower gear or two, well, more like a higher gear, it'll still give you the poke. Man, I'm only just touched. I'm hardly turning that throttle. This thing's going, Mark, come on, give it to me. Righto, so that's just one part of Big Sister Alley. So now I'll get us up to the twisty. So this will be on the tar and just a short section of twisties. Righto guys, so I'm at the twisties, just starting her up. Righto, now remember I'm not going to go crazy. There's the gear problem. Wow, look at that, just falls in. That feels so good guys. Look at that, you could eat the miles up on this bloody thing. Drop it down, what are we in? Third. Oh, that's nice. Man, that's nicer than my cruiser. Look at it. It's just taking me around the corner. Like with Harry the cruiser, I've got to manage him around. But this, look at it. Around. Woohoo! Wow, that's cool as shit. Right, I've just pulled up here. I'm going to let a car go because I want to get some decent speed just in these sweeper sections. Oh, here comes another car. Damn it. Righto, so now I'm in a 100k zone area. Nice sweeping stuff. Hopefully these cars have gone far enough away from me. That's fifth. And I still got another bloody gear. Are you shitting me? Holy crap. Hopefully you can hear me talking. Wow. Man. Righto. Braking. Yeah, pulls up, no worries whatsoever. This is a real favourite road of mine. I just got to be careful. What time is it? Yeah, it obviously has self-cancelling blinkers, which is really cool. So that's what I'm saying, like compared to a DR, this is not a bog standard, you know, even though it's a standard version, this is not a standard motorcycle. Man, this is, oh, I love the sound of that pipe. Yeah, I've got to be careful through here because they get a lot of kangaroos. And we have driveways as well. Woohoo! Right, I'm not gonna push it. I don't want to hit a kangaroo when it's not my bloody bike. I don't want to hit a kangaroo any bloody time, but certainly not when it's not my bike, if you know what I mean. Righto, where are we going next? Righto guys, so now we're just going to do a bit of stuff here, and then on the other, there's going to be another section where I've got some big rocks. I want to just see how it feels with big rocks, given the weight. Now the other thing is too, so I'm standing up, I think I would have to maybe do the lowered pegs and maybe bar risers. I mean, it's fine. It's not what I'm used to on Max, because I've got them lowered and I've got the bar risers. So I've got my knees locked now. So yeah, I'm a little bit too far away. But it is comfortable. I'm trying to think. If I had the bar risers and that, I think it would be very similar to the T700, because that T700 was just perfect for standing up. You could stand up on that all day. What are we in? Third. We'll do this in second. Whoop, there's a car. So yeah, just back there. So I was in second. I should have been first going up that, but it was forgiving enough for me to be able to do it. Oh look, there's a bike over there, a KTM. Right, so just around here, on this side, there's the train line to Melbourne. Come around, actually, we'll duck down in here, eh? Go down this bloody bit of a steep, whoopah! No problem. And this is what gets me. And this is what got me the last time I rode the Africa Twin, was how confident I was. Now that was 3 years ago, so my skill level, here's these big rocks. Yeah, it gets all squirrely under you. Now obviously I don't want to drop this bike onto all these lovely rocks, but I mean, I'm confident. I've got the foot stuff. All right, we'll just stop. Okay, stop. Now I'm just going to try and do a bit of backing around. Because I've got the height, it makes it a lot easier for me. So if you're short, it's going to be a little bit harder. But, I mean, I'm not struggling with the weight of this bike. It's holding itself. And that's when I did the last one, you know, everybody was saying that it's heavy, it's top heavy. I don't know, it's not top heavy. I can't feel it. And I'm not a bloody great rider or anything. I'm a lot better than what I used to be. But yeah, I love it. I just love this bike. its hand, it's just, I don't know, it's nearly effortless. Righto guys, I will see you now back at the man cave, and we'll have a quick bloody discussion. End it, because I'm going to do another video on this bike, because the whole purpose is to be able to have Nay sitting on the back. So the second video that I do will be having her on the back and pretty much doing the exact same stuff, and see how we go with it. Now, I did have a problem to start off with. Might just go down here. With Nay, she hopped on the back, and because it's so much higher than what Harry is, she hopped on the back and went, oh my god, it's so high, and then there was nothing at the back because the Cruiser's got a backrest. And she just straight up said, hell no, I'm not getting on the back of this thing like that. And when she said it, it really threw me, because I thought, that's the whole idea of getting this bloody bike. Oh, there's people doing the old walks. Be courteous. How you going? Always be courteous, guys. Yeah, so what I ended up doing is I got my duffel bag and strapped it to the back, then got her to sit back on it, and she went, cool, no worries, not a problem. So given the fact that I would have panniers on either side, and then I'd most probably, I don't know what I'll do on the back, but I'll do something. I don't know whether it'll be just a hizzle, the little rockety. This is really good. So the bike's moving, but not a problem. Yeah, so I'll set up something so that she has that on the back, and we'll see how she goes when I do this. It'll most probably be tomorrow that I'm going to do this, and see how she feels. All right, sorry, I'm in test mode, so look, bloody no problem. It's kicking it around. It's not feeling like, it's just moving, kicking, but it's not getting to the point of where I'm going, holy shit, I've got to hold this bike up. It's just, you know, twitching like a normal bike. You got that centrifugal force or gyroscopic force holding the bloody bike up. She's all good, you know, at a decent speed. Righto, shut up, see you back at the bloody man cave. Well, there you go, guys. Have one more last look at that beautiful bloody machine. I just want to say now to Matt, thanks heaps, mate. Bloody, you are a lucky bloke to own this bike. Righto, we'll head into the garage and have a quick chat. Righto, man, I'm still bloody smiling from riding that thing. I love the look of it. It just spins my wheels when I see that bike. It's you know, it's got that stance about it. Very much like the T700 or the Tenerays. They have that really, for me, have that really good stance and look. For me, a lot of the older Tenerays, they were just too heavy, but this T700 that they've brought out is just magic as well. I would go for that. Now, in my situation, I've already got a DR650. I'm not getting rid of it. I love it. And doing all the gnarlier stuff and just rooting around in the bloody bush, and if I drop it, it doesn't bloody matter, or I'll have a go at something that's a bit maybe out of my skill level. I'm not afraid to give it a shot. If I drop Max, the DR650, doesn't matter, pick him up, dust him off, he's all good. But something like the Africa Twin, I wouldn't want to do that. You know, there's expensive stuff on that to bloody be busted, and yeah, so I think for me, what I'm wanting to do is to have Nay to be able to get on the back, or if I'm solo, I want to do some big outback bloody rides that aren't going to be overly gnarly stuff. Perfect. If you want something that's more dirt orientated, go the T700. I've done limited riding on that. I have to do a review on that one. Also, I've got Nev's bloody letting me have his, I don't know if I already mentioned this, the BMW 1200, 1250 GS or whatever. He's got one of those. He's going to give it to me for a week to do a bit of a test ride. So that's the same thing. The GS would be for me and Nada, have her on the back. From a visual point, it's the Africa Twin. I just love that look, not so much the BMWs. But I'll be very interested to see how it goes. I know Big Ray had a GS and he could throw that thing. I was struggling back then. I was struggling to keep up to him on the GS 1200 while I was on a DR 650. And that's the thing. It's the rider that makes the bloody difference. Anyway, there you go. I'll stop bloody rambling on, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was a bit educational for people thinking about, oh, you know, should I, you know, is it too... I say buy that bike. No bloody worries. Righto, get out of here. Keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.